I'm Hokey Joker.
Bat Drew.
Green Lantern.
And welcome to Just Us Bros Podcast. All right, bros, welcome back to Just Us Bros Podcast. And as always, I'm Hokey Joker.
I'm Bat Drew.
Flashman.
And guys, it is after Halloween. It is before Christmas. We have one holiday in between there, and that is, of course, Thanksgiving. But while we're between Halloween and Christmas, I had a thought. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
So, we also have Veterans Day.
And Veterans Day as well. But so that raises the question of, do you see a pattern of movies with holiday seasons? And what's your guys' take on that?
I've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas. It was too scary for me.
But you're a big boy now. You can watch it this year, right?
I just watched Edward Scissorhands this year. And it wasn't too bad.
At least you have watched it. It is a very 90s movie. I actually did enjoy that movie.
So when it comes to movies and holiday seasons, does a certain holiday season make you think of a movie, or does the movie make you think of a holiday season? Do we have examples of those?
4th of July for me is Jaws.
Independence Day.
That was set
Jaws
around.
beat out Independence Day for me.
Well, if we are talking about 4th of July, I mean, obviously, Independence Day was pretty big, and I actually liked that. The movie, Will Smith made the movie. To me, Jeff Goldblum as well. It really sucks that he could not. Well, Will Smith couldn't come back for the sequel, but we're not going to talk about the sequel. But yeah, 4th of July, Independence Day. That's my movie.
So what about, let's just start at the beginning of the year. Anything in January or February that makes you think of a certain movie? Do you feel a certain way?
Valentine's Day, I think of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, which brought my love of the mafia. I mean, I'm just being honest. That's what I think of when I think of Valentine's Day.
Well,
Is that V for Vendetta?
That's more of like November.
Oh, that's right. Remember.
You know, that's one I've never watched.
I've never watched it either.
Oh, you guys, I think we need to do a cast where we need to make a list of movies for y'all to watch, because that one was a gold gem too.
I also have to say, Bat Drew, I've never seen Independence Day. Huge Will Smith fan, but I've never seen Independence Day.
I know you lying. God, you can't.
Mars Attacks ruined it for me. I couldn't watch Independence Day. It was going to be too scary.
I mean,
so the aliens and Mars Attacks scared you more than, well, you didn't see Independence Day, but they freaked you out.
Yes, because they go. That was scary as crap.
I mean, we will say though that, I mean, we've already mentioned three Tim Burton movies right now. We got Mars Attacks, Edward Scissorhands, and Nightmare Before
Independence Day.
Yeah, Independence Day.
And when we get to another certain season, I'm gonna mention the fourth one, but we're not there yet. So let's keep going.
Yes,
you said something about January.
I'll split a fifth one.
Okay, January. Anything in January?
Nothing comes to my mind.
I can't really think of it. I think it always has to be like towards the end of the year. But do you guys have anything in January until July?
No. Actually, for me, for January, I guess because it came out when I was a kid, and usually, well, back in my day when we were kids, there were actually snow days and snow in January. So I actually kind of think of this one movie called Snow Day. I think it was a Nickelodeon movie. But that feels like a movie that was set in January for me. It may not have been, but I don't know.
Did it have the chick in it that was also in like Euro Trip?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Same chick, right? She just was older and obviously in Euro Trip.
Pretty sure.
Hope so.
Yes.
Can't remember her name. She was very popular when we were kids.
Are you thinking of Emmanuel Chikri, or are you thinking of Michelle Trachtenberg?
Michelle Trachtenberg.
She was also Harriet the Spy. Damn, we are going so sideways.
That rabbit hole.
Good. Yeah. But yes, January, that I remember Snow Day. That was a good movie. Actually, I feel like my grandma took me to see that movie in theaters on a day that I had off from school. Like it might have been a snow day. That just unlocked a deeply hidden movie. I mean, memory.
What year did that come out?
Hey Google, what year did the movie Snow Day come out? And ironically, it was released February 2000. Oh, really?
Maybe
2000? I
we
could
can
have swore it was a 90s movie. But I guess that
Well,
makes sense
February
'cause, you know,
2000.
But I mean, it did have Chevy Chase in it. So
I don't even remember that.
he was the dad, the weatherman.
I don't remember that.
Hmm. So moving on, is there anything in? I know we mentioned Valentine's Day Massacre. Anything in March? March is just sort of a there month.
Well, you skipped February.
Oh, okay. Anything besides Valentine's Day Massacre in February?
Deadpool. Didn't the
But-
first Deadpool come out in February?
It did. And actually, I think it came out on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
Because
Day.
I remember seeing it on Valentine's Day.
So when you associate Valentine's Day in February with, oh, I got to watch Deadpool or
With
Deadpool's.
Ryan Reynolds.
Well, you are in
Well,
love.
of course, Mr. Reynolds is going to say that, obviously. And
Yes.
what did Flashman say? What did you say? Was there a movie, or you just remember the St. Valentine's Day Massacre?
Literally just the movie, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Mine
But
is also
that's
a
a
horror.
historical effect as well. So
Yeah, mine is also a horror movie. My Bloody Valentine, the remake with Jensen Ackles in it from Supernatural. I think that one came out in like the 2000s, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe the 2010s, probably
Yeah.
2010s, but somewhere in there. But yeah, that ironically, that's the first movie or movie I think about when I think about February.
All
You would
right.
think it would be like some kind of like love romantic movie, but no, My Bloody Valentine. Oh shit! No, my God, Core Childhood Memory Unlocked. That first movie called Valentine. I think that was 1999 with Josh Hartnett in it.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one.
None
either.
of no, but people help me
Wait.
out here.
For the Santa Mandela effect thing.
I hope not.
Yeah, that happened earlier today. A movie was rewritten, and I remember the original ending to that movie. And Bat Drew told me a completely different plot in the movie. I'm like, nope, that's not how it ended.
That's
Joker,
not how
Folly,
it
and
ended.
Crap.
What movie?
No, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
But see, in my timeline, it was Dale and Tucker versus Evil. And
Oh,
I
Dale
swear by
died.
that. Dale did not die in the movie that I saw.
Wow. Okay.
Dixie Chick said different.
March. There's not.
Holiday in March.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
That makes
Oh,
me think of
Boondock
that Disney
Saints.
Channel movie. Oh man, Boondock Saints. That's my shit.
Didn't
But no,
think
the
about
first movie that
Never
came to my
seen it.
mind was that Disney Channel movie, Lucky the Irish Man. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a basketball
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good movie. Good
I
movie.
like that movie.
That very stereotypical, probably a little offensive today, but I love the movie.
It was great. We grew up on that stuff. I like
We
it
did
too.
grow up on it.
Well, we're not wieners.
April. Anything in April that I can think of? I mean, I feel like I said,
Easter.
what?
Easter.
Yeah.
Were there any ever Easter or April Fool's type movies that any of y'all remember?
The only thing I can think of Easter wise was Peter Rabbit, but I don't
Okay.
even know that was an Easter movie.
This is not so much a movie, but a scene. Easter always makes me think of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey when they're in hell, and that big pink Easter bunny is torturing them. Just the scene, just the movie. But
Yeah.
yeah, not the movie, just the scene.
I mean, I always think of something biblical or something like that, like Passion of the Christ or something. Again, I've never seen that movie, but when I think of Easter, I think of that.
May, is anything going on in May? Any movies that
It's gonna be
Memorial
May.
Day.
Now, I know we're going with holidays, but do these months like make you want to watch movies, or do these movies make you feel like it's the month?
Well, for me, May definitely. I guess this is going back to the '90s too, where it's the start of the summer blockbuster season. So I'm usually expecting like some big movies to try to kick off the summer season all the way in still in May. Actually, that makes me think of a lot of the Fast and Furious movies. I know they started releasing later in the year, but I think I remember like maybe Fast Five or something. I think those were coming out in May because they were trying to get ahead of the others and have longevity in the theater.
Yeah,
But yeah.
my answer was going to be any of the Fast and Furious movies. Makes me think of the month of May, as well as I feel like a Marvel movie typically outside of the past couple of years has come out in May. Kind of same thing, superhero and Vin Diesel, Don Venzel.
Okay, when we get to November, I'm gonna have a brain like I think I might like lose my mind.
You have to have one first.
Anything going on in June?
Any birthdays going on
Uh,
in June?
So I'm gonna say June is like World War II month for me. I always watch Pearl Harbor, Midway. Now I've added Oppenheimer to that list.
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan is a big one.
It starts on
Like-
June or
Yeah.
or-
June
yeah,
6th.
you know,
But yeah, so the nerd the history nerd in me
The
comes
histo-
out really bad in June.
Hey, you're not a history nerd, you're a historian.
No,
Historian nerd. But I don't know. I think June for me, that
and it's
used
not
to
right on.
be, yeah, that that used to be the time of the year for me when I know we were getting out of school in June. So there's this one movie that it's another 90s movie. I hope that y'all have seen this one, but because you're just getting out of school and you're ready for the summer, so you want like a fun party comedy movie, and it's a movie starring John Leguizamo called The Pest. I think I used to watch that a lot in the summer. Well, especially like right when school let out. Let me guess. Flashman may have seen this. Krampus over there has no idea what the hell I'm talking about, and Seth is gonna, or Brian's gonna say,
I can't see my name, so thanks for telling me what it is.
I've never heard of that movie.
The Pest is absolute comedy gold.
"He's ridiculous."
It's funnier than hell.
Oh man, it's so
Is it like what was that movie with Jamie Kennedy where he played the wannabe thug?
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Is it like
Malibu's Most Wanted was pretty much
a ripoff?
inspired by The Pest, I
Yeah.
think, and not a ripoff, but well, long story short, I think you can summarize The Pest by saying guy that kind of has no future gets involved with some bad guy, and it's kind of like he becomes a character in the most dangerous game with his friends, but he is the one being tracked in the game. Kind of sort of like that, but then I mean it's just so much different and weird stuff. Shoot, that one dude from Mad TV, Aries Spears, he was also in that movie. I think that was the first time I actually saw him before Mad TV, which man, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh,
we have
June
to,
11th,
Did
2011,
it really?
2 days after my birthday. So that's what I think of.
and what about disappointment? It's like getting socks on your birthday.
I wasn't
Hey, man.
disappointed.
I like that movie personally.
and I
I
like
wasn't
getting socks on my
disappointed.
birthday.
It was
The
June,
CGI sucked and the storyline was not the best, but I still had fun at the movie.
But back when it came out, we all loved it, regardless. Like now's theories, no. Back then, yeah, you fucking loved it. Just say you
Yeah.
I'd watch it now. I might go and watch it tomorrow because it's gonna be my bedtime after this. But I'll go watch it tomorrow.
just appreciate it. He didn't say I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow. He said I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow. That's what I heard.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Um,
Guess
it
where
comes-
we are in America?
so when it comes to July, we mentioned Independence Day, and that's a big month for summer blockbusters. Besides hearing Bill Pullman's how should we say perfect line reading of "This is our Independence Day," are there any other movie lines from the month of July that stick out to you? Or Will Smith? Maybe it's even more iconic movie line from that movie when
Could've been at a barbecue.
Will Smith says, "What the hell is that smell?" when he's dragging the alien body.
Fun fact, that was actually the real desert smell. And he was reacting to that in character. He was like, "Hey, what the hell does that smell like?" It was really like something would stink.
It was a dried
Yeah.
up lake bed that had like smelled of like dead fish, pretty much.
Uh,
You know,
but I'm other classic lines from that movie besides Bill Pullman's freaking speech that makes me want to just go blow up an alien ship. Just the one liner where Will's character punches the alien and says "Welcome to Earth."
oh my god,
Yeah,
Randy Quaid's "I'm back."
He
very
made that movie.
so
Don't care what
emotional in
anybody
that
says.
scene too. Like
Oh,
watching that as a kid, I was just like, "Huh, that's pretty cool." Watching it like now, I was like, "That's pretty cool." And then also I was angry, but also happy, and it was just so many, all the emotions. Felt like Inside Out.
Moving on to August, if that's all right.
No, because I've not seen Independence Day. So my July movie is Top Gun. For some reason, when I
I
think
was
of
thinking that too.
July, Top Gun sticks out.
What's,
I haven't
what-
seen that movie.
I
I'm
think
just
the
kidding. Of
second
course
one
I
takes
have.
place in July as well.
Yeah, I again, unpopular opinion. I enjoyed the second one more than I did the first one. I felt like it was more actual battle and fights, and I enjoyed that a lot better.
I can say to your point there. I think that I don't know if we saw it together or not, but I think when I remember when I saw it in theaters too, I think we got a better experience seeing it in theaters because I actually felt like I was flying with
You
Tom
felt like you were
Maverick. I was
right
like,
there with them.
yeah. When they were doing that fight, I was like,
Did that
only
movie-
3 movies,
Did that come out in IMAX?
Mm-hmm.
more than likely, yeah. But only 3 movies that has like literally affected me while I was in the theater. That movie, Top Gun Maverick, A Quiet Place. Knowing me, I'm a popcorn eater, and my drinks, but I was so quiet in that movie because I didn't want them to come get me. And I think Avatar too. I think not the Airbender one, the blue people Avatar. For some reason,
The
like
first one or
the
the second one?
the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
I was about
Oh
to say
shit.
I haven't seen the second one either.
But no, I just felt like being in my seat. I felt like I was in those the fight scenes in the movie too for that one. I don't know why, but something about that got me.
Can I move on to August now? Because I finally have
No,
one.
Bitch, ain't you
No.
got no ideas for any movies or any months?
No, like I said, it's later in the years that get me, or later in the year. And for me, August is all about new beginnings.
New.
When you South Harmon Institute of Technology with accepted Justin
You
Long.
you son of a bitch. I was about to say that.
Oh man, I mean that was Jonah Hill was coming to his own. Justin Long was like that was the height of his career. I feel like he did Dodgeball, accepted all
Wait a
these.
damn minute, Al.
first
That was a
creep-
good movie. That was not the height of his career. I got some movies.
You know what I'm
That,
saying at
But
point in
anywho.
time, highlight of his career. Like that was he was at the peak.
ask me about my wiener.
I did love that movie though. That was a good
It
movie.
was a good one. It was a good one.
I've never seen it.
Well, and just looking back,
I'm not into those kind of
like-
movies either.
looking at
Is
that.
that what you guys feel like when I say I haven't seen something?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn,
Oh,
that doesn't
God.
feel good.
But I think when we saw it, it was like I can't remember when it was, but when they have the hearing to determine if the school's a school or not, like the letter was like dated for October 10th, 2006, and we're like, that's 5 months from now. Like this movie's set in the future.
Nothing for August except remember the Titans
Because we're getting right back into school and football season. Yes.
football season. Yep.
And Mason would make us watch it 2 or 3 times in band.
But yeah, but for me also, August was also the sign of we're about to get back into school back in the day. Because there were times we actually didn't go to school till September. But our district, our county made us our city tried to put us in like 2 weeks into August. But I do remember one movie from 2008 that they definitely cannot make today anymore. Man, it was a perfect movie. But when I think of August movies and end of summer blockbusters, I'm thinking of Tropic Thunder because that is just it will forever. I think right now it's going to be in my top 10 movies of all time forever. I think because that movie just so much for me. And Robert Downey Jr. I'm here to say I was laughing at every freaking thing he did in that movie, and I know many people that can concur with me. Man, he was just oh man, it was so good, so good.
And that was before he really came back as Iron Man.
Well, yeah, because
I think
came out earlier in that year, and so he's like, I'm going to do a project after Iron Man, and then that was it. And then if that happened today, he would not be back as Iron Man. They would have Terrence Howard him.
next time, baby.
There
But
was-
Terrence Howard.
I don't care.
Terrence Howard himself.
Mhm.
I don't care what anybody says. That movie, it's a guilty pleasure, and it is actually a good movie. It was hilarious. Laughed all through
It's
it.
not my favorite movie. I'll just say
Oh
it that
my
way.
God.
I enjoyed it, but it's not my go-to. I just want to sit and watch kind of movie.
And also, the first time I watched that movie, I did not realize Tom Cruise was in that movie until the end credit scene when they actually said that was Tom Cruise. I was like, but to me, it was definitely a Ben Stiller-esque type comedy, and I did like those growing up as a kid because I think I started liking Ben Stiller with the movie Heavyweights and just everything that he was in. I was like already like programmed to want to like it, but I think that helped me like that movie. But I mean, Jack Black in there, freaking apparently also Tom Cruise, Robert Downey, the little J from This Is the End. All right. Matthew McConaughey, of course. It was freaking star-studded cast. Now I'm thinking about it. Damn. Anyway, that's my movie for August. Tropic Thunder.
September, Labor Day.
Do you remember?
I got one.
Oh,
But yes.
what does September mean to you in movie form, Flash Man?
Pulp Fiction.
Really?
Yeah, that's when it came out. I'm old. Sorry.
Yes, GL, you have not seen Pulp Fiction.
No,
I have
no
not
way.
seen Pulp Fiction.
No way.
I have not seen it.
I mean,
but
to
you were going to
be
say
fair,
something else, right?
No, that's what I was raising my hand for.
It's getting close to October, but it's not October yet. But to get me into the October mood, yes, there are, I'm going to say 2 movies that I actually like watching more in September than I do in October. They just feel like September movies to me. So sue me, even though they're set on Halloween. But Halloween Town and shoot, what the hell was I going to say? Hocus Pocus. I like watching those when it starts getting cooler and the leaves begin to change. Oh
Okay.
goodness. Oh goodness! Don't even call on Rai Rai right there, because he's gonna say wait no he's gonna say he has not seen Halloween Town. I know he's seen Hocus Pocus because
No,
I've
no,
seen Halloween Town 1, 2, and 3.
no,
okay good.
no, he's
Even when
gonna say,
Marnie came back and she was older and
Different.
not as cute.
well, no, he's gonna say that he never watched Hocus Pocus because it was too scary for him.
That was true up to 3 years ago, and it was still scary, but I watched it.
Okay, it sounds like we moved into October. Um, I've only
No,
watched
I didn't get to say my September.
Yeah,
I forgot what it was now. Damn it.
wow.
it's okay. Drew, you can say the entire intro for October again, and maybe that will refresh his memory.
All right, that was a good segue into going into Halloween in October. This year, I only watched one horror movie, if you want to call it, and I told someone else to watch it, and they like laughed at it. Kind of hurt my feelings, and that was Sleepy Hollow
Good
with
movie.
Johnny Depp, and they laughed because
Good.
Christopher Walken played the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, I'm the headless horseman. Yeah, I got no head.
He does not talk.
I know he
And
doesn't
yeah,
talk, but if he did talk, this is how he would talk as the headless horseman. You know?
So, but I remember being there's like some couple jump scare moments as a kid. But now looking back on the plot, it took place towards the end of the year in 1799. They sort of glossed over Christmas, but a lot of the reason I like it is to me, Halloween is that ethereal a cappella uh, humming and singing, and like that's a typical Tim Burton music is Halloween to me. Not this upbeat of Beethoven, but like the or not Beethoven, Beetlejuice, where it's dun, 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 but like the fleshed out ethereal sound, and that's my go to Halloween the October movie.
Ryan Reynolds, did you have any movies that you like that take place in September, remind you of September?
no, I did. I really can't remember what it was. I did have one, and it was a good one, and I really can't remember.
Every time I hear September, y'all have been singing it, but I think of Night at the Museum because of the song.
Mm.
Do you remember?
I think of Nightmare or Night at the Museum every time I hear it.
Oh my God, Krampus! You better not say that you've not seen this movie.
Not seen Night at the Museum.
What? With
That's
Ben
your
Stiller?
homework.
That's what we just talked about. We all like Ben Stiller movies.
I do, but I just haven't seen that one.
It's a
You haven't seen
great
any of
movie.
the three? You haven't seen any of the three?
He's gonna say there was three.
No.
Lord, how did I get
Oh.
on this?
Oh, I've got one for July.
Okay, hit
I
him
had
up.
one for June too.
Billy?
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. It's a patriotic movie. It goes
Yeah,
into like
fair.
all the historical stuff of America, National Treasure, and all the sequels.
never
I
mind.
loved those movies.
And can we just say though that Nicolas Cage when
Is
he-
our national treasure.
yes, he is, but when he was
Keanu
on
Reeves.
SNL Weekend Update where Andy Samberg played him inside the cage with Nick Cage and Nick Cage, the best Weekend Update segment ever.
That was high praise. That was
Yeah.
high praise.
I think that needs to be another podcast we do, the best SNL Weekend Update sketches, because definitely is not gonna have that one in it.
I have one, and it's Chris Farley. I hate SNL.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Recently, they did one with the comedian Nate Bargatze where he plays George Washington. Those are pretty good. I would.
I wonder why you like it.
Well, I'm saying when it's like when he's talking about like in America we're gonna have a sport called football. Football, sir? Yeah, it's a game where you throw the ball with your arm. There's no kicking. There's a little kicking. It's a whole thing. It's pretty good.
And he talks
yeah.
about the metric system,
Oh yeah, the
or not the metric, the
Imperial.
U.S. system.
yeah. We'll have measurements like feet and yards. Like how many feet to yards? 12? 3, of course. Okay, how many yards to a mile? Easy, 528 or 5,280. It's a simple number everyone will remember.
It wasn't one where he said something and they're like, "What is this?" He's like, "Nobody knows."
Well,
Yeah.
the one was like, "What's in a hot dog, sir?" Nobody knows. Like, alas, the hot dog will not be made of dogs. What's a hot dog made of? Get out of my boat.
Nobody knows.
A true American doesn't want to know what a hot dog's made of.
But yeah, I also don't understand why or how. Like as soon as that like skit started, everyone like I think the audience and they were already into that skit, so that kind of is what made that a little bit better. Because it was a honestly it was an average skit, but it just for some reason it hit because I think everyone was feeling it, and the
Oh.
rest of his episode too was pretty surprisingly spot on. I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm liking this episode.
GL, did you think of your September movie?
I will go first, and mine is a more recent movie that I thought was great. Um, Halloween movie set in the town of Salem, Massachusetts on Halloween, star-studded cast, Hubie Halloween. Great movie.
Oh my God, yeah.
Love
And
it.
his little thermos that was like
Love
a
it.
utility thermos. Loved it.
Yeah.
Yup.
I love Shaq in it. I mean, just all the regular Adam Sandler people and shenanigans, and um, it was again the plot was all over the place, but it was a great movie.
We need to make friends with Adam Sandler so we can be in his movies.
I mean, I've been
Fair.
this close to Rob Schneider.
So I'm gonna be the proverbial and say it. Stephen King movie.
Which
Uh,
one?
all of them. I genuinely like them all. But aside from it being a scary, if you want to call it scary Halloweeny style movie, it started my deep lore dive into like the serial killers, like John Wayne Gacy, who that was entirely based off of. So again, work out a little bit,
Oh yeah.
learn a little, enjoy a little bit of carnage on screen. I'll take it.
Badger, I know you lightly dipped your toes into October. Is there another in October that you have
Well,
to watch?
like I said, actually, Halloween-ish type movies. I really feel like I need to start those in September because I need to get that spirit going. So that saves October for me to actually be instead of a specific movie. I would say a specific genre. Like streaming services now, they're spoiling me because I can watch like hundreds upon hundreds of B-rated horror movies, even C-rated horror movies, which us back in the day we would have called them like Sci-Fi Channel original movies, like that kind of quality of movies.
But
But
they're
I
good.
just they're so bad. Some of them are so bad they're good, yes. And
Dark
then some of them you actually find and they're actually like, damn, this movie was actually pretty damn good. But yeah, I like for the whole of October just to discover like underrated movies that are like horror movies or B-rated ones. I even get a kick out of some of the ones that I really feel like we could make better versions of this movie. Just anyone out there, if you've ever seen this movie called American Bigfoot, I'm sorry. If you have not seen this movie, maybe turn it into a drinking game with your friends because oh my god, we could
Just
definitely make a
just
better
watch
movie
it.
than that.
Just
Yeah,
watch it.
we can make a better movie than that. The way it ended too, I was like, oh, this may have tainted movies for me forever, but no, it didn't.
Moving into what we're thankful for in the month of
Hold
November.
on, hold on.
You already said your October one.
Well, I'm saying I want to talk about music for October.
Okay.
October also makes me want to listen to a band called Ice Nine Kills,
Oh my
Fair.
God,
who
of course.
all of their songs are horror related. Like each song is about a specific movie, and I mean,
Is
I
it
get chills listening to some of their songs.
from an album called Silver Scream or something like that?
There's a part one and a part two.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My friend Chris Michaels introduced me to that too, and I was like, that's really cool.
And I've seen them live, and they act out scenes during each of the songs. Like for Jaws, they get a giant shark that comes out there, and for Jason, they're on the stage with like the hockey mask and the big machete
Nice.
thing or whatever he's got. And it's like it's a very theatrical. So for me, along with the movies, um, the music comes with it.
All right. So, guys, just to show you the passage of time, it is now November of 2024. We are coming up on the 1 year anniversary of the release of The Marvels. That feels like it just came out to me. Like, it's hard to believe it's been a year. I wish I didn't. So, I only have one Thanksgiving movie, and that's called Thanksgiving. It's a horror movie with a zombie turkey who's foul mouthed, and I like it.
Holy crap! I remember that movie because I used to see that on the shelves of Blockbuster. But any other movies? Is that it for you?
That's mine for November. But it's also the perfect time to decide. This is the perfect month to watch Nightmare Before Christmas because Christmas is here, October or Halloween is there. We're right.
It's a
in it.
Halloween
I
movie.
watch it all year long.
True, but it's a Halloween movie.
No, it's a Christmas movie.
The Santa Claus is a Christmas movie.
Ooh,
The
Flash-
original Spider-Man.
Why not?
They
Oh,
say
the Thanksgiving scene.
Hmm?
Wow.
Yep. And then my
And-
polar opposite from that is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I will say, Flash, you and I are both 3D printing enthusiasts. You should print the Green Goblin helmet.
I want to.
Yeah,
Just
if
haven't
you,
decided if I want to.
this is just a shout out to somebody that I've talked to like once. Frankly, Built on YouTube has a great, yeah, he has a great video on that. Anybody who likes 3D printing and just stumbled across his channel. If you stumbled across us before him, thanks. But yeah, he's pretty big out there.
No, that helmet is awesome. I've been thinking about printing it, but I just like I'd have to fire up the big printer and it'd take a month to print.
GL Ryan Reynolds, do you have a November movie?
do, and I want to piggyback on Flashman. Also, I remember back in the day with Spider-Man, like the original Spider-Man movies, they would always play those on some channel around Thanksgiving as well. So I remember being at Thanksgiving dinner at my grandma's house after a big full stomach and the Spider-Man movie being on, and I'm like, this is pretty awesome.
I think that's when it came out on VHS as well in 2002.
And
But,
VHS kids, that's a tape we used to watch movies on because we used to not be able to stream them.
What's your movie then? Since we're so
Happy Gilmore. Follow me here.
okay.
In
Rabbit
10th
hole.
grade, I had mono and I missed school for the entire month of November and most of December. And every day I would watch Happy Gilmore and eat a pizza, like a Hunt's Brothers pizza, and drink an orange Mountain Dew live wire and watch Happy Gilmore. So Happy Gilmore is my November movie.
Question.
Oh.
What doctor prescribed pizza and live
I was
wire
gonna ask that.
to-
Dr. Thugonomics, obviously.
Dr. Grandma.
Ah,
Doctor when it was affordable.
wait. She was like, man, you got like she started off with ginger ale and she's like, oh, this ain't cutting it. We got to go to the
She
live.
she worked at the convenience store down the road, and at lunchtime she would just bring me the pizza and the Mountain Dew every day,
Mm.
and I loved it.
How much weight did you gain?
Probably none. You saw how
Just
skinny I was.
thinking about it, I gained 5 pounds.
Yeah. Shout out to be back in the day when I used to be able to eat a personal pan pizza every day and watch Legends of the Hidden Temple after school.
Mm.
Man. But for me, November. No, now that I'm thinking about it, all of these months and seasons and stuff, I seem like I want to watch the movies for the holiday of the month a month before, because to me, the first three Home Alone movies really hit me for November, because like Reynolds Rai said, going back to family dinners and getting together with the cousins and friends and whatnot, and you're all playing, and the older people are upstairs drinking, so you guys are downstairs in the basement watching movies. And what else do a bunch of kids watch besides Home Alone and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and Home Alone 3, which the weakest of those three was Home Alone 3, but I still love the hell out of it.
And
Because of Scarlett Johansson, really, I think that's why I started being like, I like this movie, Mom. I don't know why, but I just want to watch it again and again and again. But yeah, for November, that's me. That's where I feel. Oh damn, it is November.
I'm gonna move on to December unless
Before
You
we
ready to
go
move
to
on to
December,
January?
I have an honorable mention.
yeah.
Well, actually, it would be two. When I think of Thanksgiving in particular, I think of the Macy's Day Parade.
Mhm.
We get to see all of the characters we generally care about floating through the streets of New York, right? And then the other side of that, I always think of football, because when we're sitting around the table, in the other room, the game is on. I don't care who it is. That's that one pro game I'll watch a year, and
Three now.
that's what I think. That's just what I think of. So,
Yeah.
honorable mention.
And also that leads into Christmas time, December. That is the start date or the starting scene of Miracle on 34th Street when she sees Santa and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
But you skipped the holiday, sir. You
Which-
skipped Black Friday and Jingle All the Way.
Hi, Dominic.
That's a good movie.
I'm gonna make a controversial
That movie was horrible. I'll say it.
no
Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that.
No. I think we all wanted to be Turbo Man and sort of wished it was a show. But when I'm moving into December, I'm steering clear because there is 1,000 Christmas movies. There is 24,000 horrible Hallmark movies, all with the same plot. And
How do
I'm
you
just
know specifically that there's that many Hallmark movies? Are you
I've
watching them?
watched most of them.
well because my grandparents and aunts and uncles all love them, and I know you have an affinity for Chris. What's her name? Christina Law, Katrina Law. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
in
way
one.
back.
I've met her. They're like, you have? She's so famous. I'm like, I met Stan Lee too, but you don't know who that is.
Stanley
Like,
who? Stanley Tucci?
yeah, Stanley Tucci. But I don't know why it is. Since I'm moving into December, follow me if you want. It's always whenever I like turn on TNT, it's every Harry Potter movie. I don't know why Harry Potter movie became a Christmas movie, but they did. And also Star Wars. How did Star
Yeah.
Wars become a holiday movie? And they've bit into it with their merchandise because they're like, oh, do you want Baby Yoda with the Santa hat pop figure?
Yes.
Yeah. Or do you want stick with pop figures? Do you want Darth Vader uh
Holding a candy cane.
cookie with like a candy cane lightsaber? Sure.
Ooh, I
Uh,
I kind of do too.
yeah, I'm just saying,
They
like
don't call it Sithmas for no reason.
there's been 4 of the 10 movies that I can think of that have all came out in December, and they've all been the most recent ones. So I don't know why people are like, ho ho ho, Merry Sithmas. Like I appreciate the fact that, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's like I don't know where it came from. I'm confused.
For 6 years, we had a Star Wars movie every year,
Yeah.
and it came
Yeah.
out in December. That's
Yeah.
where it started. And Disney
Yeah.
just took
Actually,
it and never ran.
I think it goes way, way, way back to something called, the Star Wars Holiday Special. I think that's what subconsciously cemented that into our Christmas December brains. But anyhow,
That terrible thing.
And I also have to say, one year for Christmas, I got when it was just 6 movies, all 6 of the movies for Christmas. And I remember watching those 6 movies over the next like 2 days.
I remember us going to see The Force Awakens. I was living in Roanoke at the time, and you're like, Drew, get off work, come up here early. We need to we're gonna go watch the movie in Lexington. And you made me stop by Walmart and buy you a lightsaber so we could go to the movie theater. So you had a green lightsaber.
We all had lightsabers that one.
they confiscated mine at the entrance, but that's neither here
What?
nor there. I'm just kidding. I don't think that happened.
And I'm not sure if Kelly watches this, but I ran a friend who's she brought her son with them, and he was having a lightsaber fight with GL in the lobby of the movie theater.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know they were with us. That's even better because I thought it was just some random kid. I didn't know they were with us.
No, they weren't with us. I just saw her like, oh, you're seeing the movie here tonight too. Oh, cool. And then yeah,
I remember, I think there's a picture of me like
It is.
going against that kid.
yeah.
I,
So
rem- I think I've got that picture somewhere.
and
That's awesome.
I'm gonna hold, and I'm just saying those 2 movie series make me think of Christmas, and Christmas makes me think of those 2 movies. I will hold towards the end a question that I want all of us to come up with an answer for. But the floor is whoever wants it.
I go.
You don't want to
I-
move to January?
We already did January.
I know, but you always want to move to the next one before anybody else gets to talk.
That's why I'm giving you the floor.
Okay, I will go. Since he's already mentioned it, I'm a sucker for the Christmas Hallmark movies. Love them. My favorite one is Christmas in Dollywood. Look it up. It's great. Favorite
Let me
actress
guess.
from the Hallmark movies is
I'm-
Lacey Chabert. I can't say her damn reason.
Chabert.
That's one.
From
Yeah.
Family Guy.
And then the movie I go to every Christmas, well, there's 2. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on repeat, and then Ralphie's BB Story.
Christmas Story, yeah.
The Christmas Story.
Hey, by the way, the second was not bad. It didn't have the same heart, but I can appreciate what they do. Second, can I take a guess at the plot of Dollywood Christmas, whatever the hell it is?
Sure,
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah, a big city woman from the town of, I'm gonna say, St. Louis. It's not really the South anymore. She comes home and falls in love with the Prince of Dollywood. He is about to inherit Dolly, and Dolly Parton's his grandma. And then she's like, "No, I got a boyfriend back at home, and you were my high school sweetheart." And they fall back in love again.
Almost.
Same
She's from
thing.
New York. She's vying for a job.
Mhm.
He's the GM. Dolly makes an appearance at the end of the movie.
He's the
But
prince.
to be fair, it's Winnie from the Wonder Years, the female actress in it.
Ooh,
I never liked her in that show.
I didn't either,
you
but
shut your dirty
I liked
mouth.
her in this one.
Well, not just because Fred Savage is like, "Hey, Winnie, I really like you." She's like, "So." That's the impression I got. Like the entire episode. You're like, poor kid.
That's because she was waiting for me. Obviously, jeez, she was like, I don't care about you.
She's old enough to be your mom now.
Is that a bad thing though? I don't know. Anywho,
Good
for
thing.
me, I need to tell my December to remember movie. Yeah,
The December to Remember movie.
yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, I feel like as I'm talking about this more, you guys will figure it out. But I mean, going by my name, and we were talking about some Tim Burton earlier, and I mean, there is no other movie.
Is it the
I
second
think
one or the first one?
this. Well, it is technically more the second one, but
Okay.
there's no other movie that gets me into the December spirit more than the one and only, the greatest Christmas movie ever, Batman Returns, which was, technically set around Christmas time, and it's a Christmas movie, so get over it. It's
The beginning of
best
the
one.
movie's Christmas. It's a Christmas.
Yes. I know, Ryan Reynolds, you've seen this movie. Don't raise your hand.
Just messing with you.
God. Woo.
Ryan Reynolds is going to claim Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Here we go.
I actually I've seen Die Hard 4. That's the only one I've seen.
Live Free or Die Hard? Was that the fourth one?
I think that's
That's the one
called.
with his son.
I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
it's called
yeah, yeah.
Power 4 Lay Off the Viagra.
I think you're watching the wrong movies.
Is he though? Is
Yes. Yes.
Got two, but neither one of them are really Christmas movies.
But this
But
I'm not saying Christmas movie. I'm saying a December, or like a movie.
he? December movie.
Like, yeah, December.
December for me. Number one is Eight Crazy Nights, Adam Sandler. Watch it every Christmas, and I don't know a whole lot about Hanukkah. What?
Good movie.
Full crap.
I just wanted you to feel that, but no, of course. I mean, I think we've watched it together a few times, probably.
Yeah.
But go on.
You just can't get the bum bitty 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 bum bum. Bum bitty 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 bum. Sing it with me, Krampus.
I think that's all you can do before we get copyright infringement. So don't sing
That's
anymore.
true. That's true. That's true. Hashtag bum bitty bitty bum. But yeah, that's I typically watch that every year. Love the movie. I sing along with it the entire time. Second one is also an Adam Sandler movie.
Yes.
Big Daddy.
Mr. Deeds.
Wrong and wrong.
Waterboy.
Wrong again. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
First dates.
Huh?
51st Dates.
50
Yes.
Really?
For some reason, again, I remember getting that movie one year for Christmas and watching it at Christmas time. And now every year, me and my mom watch 51st Dates. Maybe not on Christmas, but around Christmas.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing. And I will take the risk of being copywritten for this, and if it does, I'll cut it out of the video. But my favorite part of the Bum Bitty Bitty song is does he wipe his ass with the wrong hand? Yes.
Yes.
Because whenever like we will put that on, like I remember in high school, we would put that soundtrack on and sing like every song of it. That part was always like, no, you do this part, I'll do this part next whenever we got to it. So I remember doing that too.
We did that with Lunch Ladyland. Honorable mention, the Rugrats Hanukkah special.
Oh,
Man, I try
I
to
feel like
watch
you
that
kidding
every
me.
year just because 90s kid, gotta watch some Rugrats. So honorable mention.
I'm
Yes,
also going to
I
throw
think
out
we could do an entire cast on just TV shows for the same months.
and I'll throw out an actual Christmas movie too. Tim Allen's Santa Claus movie.
Yeah.
I really liked that movie as a kid.
that movie cry and it pisses me off because it makes me cry.
Yeah.
Like it's the scene where it's like end of the movie and he's vindicated, and then he's like, Charlie, I gotta go deliver presents, and the kid's like, I want to go with you, and like I'm like, why are you making me cry, Tim Allen? Hey.
Yep.
But also like watching that movie now as an adult, you're like, oh, Charlie's mom's kind of right. This guy looks nuts. I want to take it back to when we were all kids. Nothing was too scary. Nothing was all this. But I'm going to ask you, each one of you, All right, the classic claymation movies, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or Jack Frost. What is your favorite claymation Christmas movie?
Can I say the episode of Community?
Forgot about that. That is pretty great.
I'm gonna go Rudolph as well, mostly because I can't really remember Jack Frost as much as I would like
Well,
to.
you got ones like I'll tell you mine, and then we can go through a little bit of a list. But mine's uh Santa Claus is coming to town.
Fair.
I didn't like that one.
It was a little creepy.
Okay. But there was also Jack Frost was one. There was The Year Without
Frosty,
Frost. Frosty was like animated.
it's animated, right?
It
Okay.
was animation. But Mr. Heatmeister song Cold Miser, that also relates to Batman and Robin.
And Robin.
I love this so much because my parents
Where'd you get
have,
a pen from?
it's just sitting on my end table.
Okay.
But I was at home on Christmas and we're watching Freeform where apparently they like take those claymation movies unedited. And in one of the songs where Santa Claus is coming to town delivers the presents to the children of the German town that's run by Burgermeister Meisterburger. He's like, here's a dolly for you. Here's a train set for you. Hey kid, here's a Tommy gun. And he gives this kid a Tommy gun. It is the funniest thing in the world. And I'm just like watching this kid dance around with a freaking gun and claymation version. And I never noticed that before. But I thought that was like the funniest thing in the world to me. But I love that movie before I found out about the gun scene.
And then he really loved it after that.
Yeah, it was one of those funny memories that I have. The girl Jessica in there is singing a song and it like turns into like a psychedelic like 3 minute trip. I'm no surprise why they cut that out.
But I was also going to say, for an honorable mention for a movie, or technically for, I guess, I don't know if this would be a season or usually every summer, like on a rainy day when, kids can't go outside on rainy days. It always seemed like it was my tradition on VHS to watch the very first Jurassic Park movie. Every time it rained, I remember that too. I
You're
was
trying
like,
to
yeah.
where Newman got ate.
Every time.
But it was just something that a tradition that I started unintentionally, I think. Rainy days, can't go outside. What am I going to do? I'm going to watch Jurassic Park. So yeah, that actually rainy days make me think of dinosaurs.
Okay, I'm putting that on a t-shirt. Rainy days make me think of dinosaurs. Would you buy that shirt? Hell yeah, you would.
But I also think about them on not rainy days. I mean, it's kind of freaking obvious. As the only one here with known kids, I think about all the years of sitting and passing my Christmas traditions down to them. So last year, we were sitting there and I hadn't started a Christmas story on Christmas Day. And my youngest comes up to me and said, "Are you feeling okay?" I said, "Why?" She's like, "You haven't started a Christmas story and it's weird. Because normally it plays for the 24 hours of Christmas." And it's just, makes me think, I'm doing something right, I guess.
Fun fact about that movie, I have seen A Christmas Story, like technically all the way through, but not in
In one
sequential
sitting.
order. Yeah. So I've seen the entire movie, just not in the right
Started
order.
with the duck.
Yes. Did somebody just whisper something?
I've also never seen it all the way through.
So, Flashman, I'm just gonna say you were definitely cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And what I'd like to say is they have all these great ornaments out now for anybody who's a lover of cousin Eddie, like my uncle, like my cousin. Like you ever like go to someone's house and they have like a little mini town set up? They have a little mini Eddie figure that's he's like where he's pumping his crap
Shitter's full. Yeah,
and the shitter's full.
I have one.
They have one of the tournament and they have one of Clark punting the vinyl Santa. So I'm thinking about buying them for my family members this year. Actually, I did try to buy the little figurine that goes in the city for my uncle, but my aunt said, if you do, I'm throwing it against the wall. I'm like, okay, I'm not wasting money then.
Last year I found the Wally Moose cups,
Oh yeah.
and the wife wouldn't let me buy them. She said, "Hell no, those are not coming to my house."
Oh wow.
I'm getting attacked.
Oh no, it's
By
Paul's.
the Luke.
She says, "You need to pay attention to me."
Well, as you're paying attention to her, I'll go ahead and say my I guess my sappy, kind of Christmassy, traditional thing. I guess when I'm feeling nostalgic and missing my bros that aren't around, there is this one movie that I think we all watched. Well, the four of us, not Flashman included. It's Mr. Mayo, I think, who was stationed all the way in California now. Shout out to Mayo. And
Mayonnaise.
don't drop any donuts down west. But yeah, the movie the night before, I think we watched that together, I think at one time.
Yeah.
And it was
That was a
kind
great
of cool
movie.
because it kind of at the point that we watched the movie, it was almost like, ha, that's you. That's you. That is so you. And I think you know who they were pointing at when they were like, hey, that's you, Drew.
And
But
damn
yeah,
it, if
that
it's almost cry.
well, of course that one does too. And then also in the summertime, another movie that I think we remember a tradition that we all had too. Oh my goodness, I don't know how it started, but
Was it tradition or obsession?
I think it's a little of both. But for some reason we all got hooked on Vampire's Kiss, and that became a tradition every time we got together to watch that movie. You were
I
gonna
thought-
say something else, weren't you?
Yeah.
No, Vampire's Kiss was what I was gonna say. What were you gonna say?
This is the end.
Yes and no, but also this is the end for me. Don't get mad at me, but it's more of a Bojo and HK movie for me with them. I mean, I still see it as the big group, but I also see it as more with them too for me. But yeah, no.
Somebody got their feelings hurt.
Sorry, but we still have the night before. We're in the present. It's the future, man.
I just remember him. What was his friend's name? He was talking to the little shepherd, the little ceramic shepherd.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't remember that either. But yeah,
Oh, I can't remember his name. He's like, I'm talking to my friend, and then he didn't even exist.
but yeah, good times, good times.
All right, bros. That is 12 months, more than 12 movies. But what movie encapsulates the perfect month for you? What's your January? What's your February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, August, all the way down into December? As always, I'm Hokey Joker.
I'm bad, Drew.
Fat Drew.
Ryan Reynolds.
All right, bros. Make sure to mark your calendars for their next movie, the next episode of Just Us Bros podcast. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.